Abe, whose questions I definitely don't have up either. So Abe is actually a returning speaker. I'm on my Slack channel, which is not going to help us at all. Anybody, you know what? Anybody out here, share a fact about something that happened today. I'm allowing you to be the snowstorm. Did it happen? Rainstorm happened. Who do you follow for weather? Cody, yes, thank you. Because he's now casting. He's not forecasting at this point. Snur. Okay. Seriously, if you aren't following this guy, I think it's Denver and the Front Range weather. Is that right? Denver and Front Range weather on Facebook. I'm hardly on Facebook, but I go on there for Cody. This guy knows his shit. So for what? Only reason, yeah, same, pretty much. Okay, anyway, I'll bring Cody up here for our next Ignite. Oh, that's not the right one. Abe, funny guy, great. Where are your intro questions, Abe? Oh God, all right. Again, I'm now regretting putting out the dad joke question, especially when it's of someone from a different culture than my own, who's telling dad-specific jokes for their culture. So I'm not even going to say it. I'll allow Abe to share it with you, but I think the first go-through with Chris showed that I'm too uncomfortable to be inappropriate. Thank you. Yeah, my filter is actually showing up. Something that makes Abe laugh on the regular is the show Friends. I still look at Friends and think that was 2 years ago. Wasn't it? It was, right? It was. I have my 30-year high school reunion this year. It's okay. Welcome, Abe. I didn't even ask if you wanted a hand.
Oh, I'm good.
You're good. All right.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Appreciate you all coming out tonight. So my story begins about 7,000 miles away, the town of Bani Hall, state of Kashmir, country of India. This is where my parents got married and were living and decided they needed to move to the United States for better work opportunities. They got married in February of 1979. In March of 1979, my dad moved to Chicago. My mom followed in December of 1979. They rented an apartment at Hyde Park in the south side of Chicago. My dad was at the University of Chicago, and this is where they were. And one thing they used to do was go camping all the time. The Badlands, Yellowstone, Yosemite, they went all over this great country, did a bunch of camping. They lasted about 6 years, till about 1985, till about yours truly came on the scene, and then the camping stopped. So they became parents. And, they tried to take me and my brother camping a couple times, did not work out well. So that was a chapter in the past. But anyway, we were in Chicago. And then in 1987, we moved to the city of Oak Park, neighboring city of Oak Park. They bought a house there, middle-class house, 2,100 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, nothing fancy, but, worked for them. And that's where we lived for 2 years, for about 3 years, till about 1990, where we moved to the city of Miami. And then bought a condo for the first part, and then bought a house. My brother was born there, so then now there's 4 of us in Miami, and we were living there till about 96, November 96, where we finally moved to Seattle. And when my parents were in Seattle, they bought another house there, 2,500 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, again, an average middle-class house, just over $200,000. Nice price for the time, no longer the case. And that's what I'm talking about today. So my parents, Indian immigrants, wanted their sons to be doctors. They got one. My brother's a neurosurgeon in Philadelphia. He does very well for himself. So he's the good Indian son. I'm the son we don't talk about. But that's how it is. But so anyway, he went to Philadelphia. I moved here to Denver, and we're both renting apartments, wanting to buy a house. The only thing, buying a house these days is not nearly as reasonable as when my parents bought were buying houses. The average cost for a house in Denver, the median cost for a house in Denver is $600,000. Not nearly that affordable for a lot of people. And as you can see, the average house price and the average income they're greatly, there's a bigger and bigger gap between the two of them. And it's causing a lot of problems. You need a lot of Benjamins to be able to buy a house these days. A lot of people can buy a house on their own, and that's great. But not everyone can. And a lot of people need help from their parents, and which is great. We have that option, but it's not sustainable for everyone. For a lot of people, it's out of reach to buy a house. I think, and because they don't have the help from the parents or the money to buy a house. And when I say house, it doesn't necessarily have to be a single family home. It could be a condo, it could be a townhouse, it could be a duplex, a sixplex. There are all these different kinds of housing. But we need more equality, we need more equity when it comes to housing, and we need to make sure that we have housing for all. And I think that's very important. And this is an organization part of UNB Denver. Our mission is to have housing for all in Denver. Anybody who wants a home of some sort should have one. We need the density in the city, not only to fight climate change, but housing is cheaper and everyone has housing. And the more housing we have, the cheaper it's going to get. So to quote our president from the other day, build, baby, build. So basically, UNB Denver is about the 15-minute city. I have jobs and opportunities, everything right here. And also, we want to upzone the city. Right now, 77% of Denver is only zoned for single-family housing. And that's problematic. We need to change our zoning laws so we have duplexes and sixplexes and townhouses and condos and even ADUs, which are small houses in the back of your house which you can rent out or get to relatives, and that'd be great to have. So what you can do, contact your state reps or state council members, testify in favor of bills, or have social media posts, and organizations like Gimme Denver can help you out. If you don't know how to do that, come talk to us. Some bills in the current legislative session, transit-oriented development, there's a bill for ADUs, there's a bill for to get rid of parking minimums, one for just cause evictions, and these are all things that would make housing better and housing cheaper. And basically, we want affordable housing for everyone. Everyone should be able to live in Denver. Everyone should be able to live in the city they want to live in. And you shouldn't have to have well-off parents to be able to buy a house or buy a home. And if you want more information, this is my email address, this is my Twitter and Threads handle. Feel free to contact me. Organizations like Gimme Denver are great. Look us up. And I want to thank you for your time tonight, and I do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Income related to cost of home. Capitalism. Okay.